Greetings and welcome to Metaphysical Awakenings with Barbara
and Eric.
Today's episode is I won't should on you if you don't should on me.
Oh my God. This sounds so funny.
I'm not sure what we're even going to be talking today, but I love that title and I can't wait to hear what that means.
So, back in the day when I was first finding my spiritual road, there was a minister and her name was Reverend Patricia Wareham. She's from Kentucky. And people would start telling her what they thought she would do, or, you should do this, or maybe you should do that. And she'd say, baby, I won't should on you if you won't should on me.
Oh, that's funny. I get that because I've heard from a lot of ministers that the congregation are always like, you should do this, and you should do that, and you should do that. And
there it is.
I get that.
Hilarious.
And why that would come from a minister.
Yeah. Well, you should. Well, she should on me first. I was a music director at another church where I had been for many, many years. And here she comes. I had done the Star Spangled Banner for an event. And she was the one who prayed the prayer. And she came over to me and she says, baby, I think you should come over to Unity and be with me. And I'm like, who is this woman telling me I should drop what I'm doing and should go over to be with her? And I'm like, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate your kindness, and I'll keep that under consideration. And I kind of walked on thinking she was a little bit, different, but that's okay. Her prayer was beautiful. 2 years later, guess where I landed? in the Unity Church, because I had decided to write a book on past lives. And that got me in trouble with the day-to-day religion of the place where I had worked forever. And the minister he outright told me, Barbara, if you print this book and you put it out in public, I will publicly go against you.
Ouch.
I was devastated. Well, 2 weeks later, no, that's not true. I gave them 6 weeks of time, and I wound up over at the other church. But, that was one time I was happy to have been should upon, because I remembered that invitation. However, there are those times when people, well-meaning, will come and come to us as leaders of a church or something. I think that you should do this, and you should do that, and you should do this, and I've got these ideas that we should do this and this and this, and I'm like, I have been should upon.
Gosh. Should all around me.
Hey, I need a bath from my should. Yeah, but the point is, watch what you're putting on other people. And if you don't put your should on me, I ain't going to put my should on you, and we're going to get along much better. More along the lines, I had an idea. What do you think about this?
Or have you considered this?
No, you should do this because it could go this way. Oh my goodness, just on and on and on. So, we're laughing about this because it is one of her crazy sayings, but it's so true. A lot of people are put upon by others and their ideas. When they say you should do this, they mean like you need to take action now, and I'm waiting.
And especially if it comes from someone who is perceived to be a superior or a leader or someone that they look up to.
Okay.
That creates a lot of pressure that they should then do that.
Yeah, they should do that. Is that what you just said to me? Yes. So everything has its place, obviously. But as spiritual beings having this human condition, we're constantly growing. And the more that we grow, the less we find ourselves trying to should on other people. unless or until I have learned all of this from this new church that I'm at, and my whole life is changing. My thoughts are going into, you should come and listen to this. Right. I mean, I did that for all. You really should come with me and listen to what they're saying. Well, I was ready to change. I was ready to grow. I was ready to shift. That didn't mean all of my friends and loved ones and everybody else was.
Right.
I was trying to should upon them. And, when she said that, I'm like, there it is.
And it came from a good place.
Sure.
But still, for the other person receiving it, that could be heavy or not what they're ready to receive yet.
Right. And it's, how are you being should upon? I mean, are you saying that you should do this right now?
Yeah, tone is very important. Or you should come with me to do this. That's different than you should do this.
Right. You really need to do this. That's another way of putting it. Yeah. Well, I don't need really anything, but I'll listen to your ideas. I'm very happy. I'm on a spiritual journey of growth. I love to hear new ideas and thoughts, and I'm constantly trying to expand my awarenesses, but to have someone try to tell me what I should do sometimes can come off sideways. Again, maybe with the inflection. I just thought that was a funny thing, remembering Reverend Pat and her shoulds and her, well, baby, I'm halfway there. That was another one. I wrote that song because of her.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah, that was one of her sayings. But the point being, be gentle. In all things, no matter what's going on, even if it's a hard, rough situation, remember to put love first. Put kindness first. Even if it's something that may not warrant that, you are a child of God. Ask God to take your hand and walk you through these things. If you have been should upon in an avenue where, now there needs to be help for you, then that's another whole different aspect of lately I'm saying being put upon. And what I mean by that is, don't allow anybody else to put their stuff on top of your head. We just did an episode of apology. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, no, I'll listen to that. Yeah, I should do this. I should do that. No, ma'am. You should do what is yours to do. And if you don't know what yours is to do, then I want you to get up in my proverbial oak tree. And that is a stand-in for allowing yourself to commune one-on-one with the one, or God, the angels, whomever you choose to. But up on our tree branch, we're able to get above any and all situations and know that we can take our time making decisions. You don't have to act just because somebody says, you should do this and you should do it now. I'm going to have to consider that, because I'm going to get up in my tree and I'm going to talk to God about it first.
And ask what's mine to do?
Yes, 100%.
And maybe from last episode, ask for some signs.
1,000,000%. Yes. Ask for signs of what is mine to do. Okay? So you're coming down the road and you've asked God to give you 3 signs. And all of a sudden, music comes on. And you're hearing, walk this way, do this, sing about that. Listen to the content of what's coming over the radio, because I promise you that is coming to you from Spirit. Once you have made that, once you've asked that ask, then they come through with patterns and signs all over the place. It's up to us to train ourselves to watch for them and then understand them.
To be aware, to be awake.
Yes, we have to be. You know, so many of us we get into a flow of life where, okay, I'm comfortable now. Everything's hunky-dory. I don't really need to change anything. And au contraire, you know, there are always opportunities to expand. It may not be your time to do that. So I'm not going to shoot on you and say, okay, just because I'm going through this, you should try this. It's wonderful. It really worked well for me. Well, yay you. This person back here may not be there. You know, sweet ideas, a little bit of, you know, advice maybe, but don't throw shoulds on people with expectation.
Words are powerful. I used to think that words were not that way, but the older and older I get, they do mean things, and they do affect people
in a lot of ways that we don't even understand sometimes until we grow the wisdom, get up in the tree and remember, oh my gosh, I said that to this. Well, I didn't mean it that way. Well, they took it a different way. Yeah, we have to be careful with our words and say what we mean, then mean what we say.
Yes. I need to be congruent with what I say and what I mean. That's something that I'm trying to work through.
We're all the work in motion.
Yes.
And we're all going to fall down and go boom hard. I mean, that's life 101 on earth. But it's all about how you get up, or if you get up.
Ooh, that's right. Because through free will, we have a choice to stay down.
We do. And, you know, at the end of the day, my suggestion would be, God, take me to my highest and best. Show me that which is mine to do, and help me out of this situation so that I never, ever have to come to it again. When it comes to the Y on the road, I'm going your way, God. I don't want to have to repeat this. Please show me the way. Yeah. And signs are everywhere. I mean, well, so the other day I was going through a back road because I love to go through the old dirt roads of old Florida and just feel the Mother Nature and the trees and all these things. And something was going on that I was trying to make a decision. I got swooped by a hawk that I literally thought was going to fly in my window. Instead, he skidded across my hood and he went up in a tree where I had stopped my car, and I'm like eye to eye with him. And I'm like, okay, this bird has something to tell me. And I just sat and I listened. And did I hear a bird talk? Maybe not. Maybe I did. But what I certainly did was I went back and I reread what a spiritual meaning of hawk is. The spiritual meaning for hawk is that there are messages coming from the divine to the earth. They are, the hawk is bringing messages for the earth and from the divine. They do both. And that eagle was right in my face saying, look, young lady, it's time to listen because God's been trying to talk to you and you have had your ears off.
Got it. So sometimes there's going to be signs to where we might not exactly understand what that means.
In the moment, but there's resources out there. I imagine that you could just simply just go on the internet and, you know, Google it. And what does hawk mean? Right. Oh my goodness, yes. And lately I went on an airboat ride, and oh my gosh, I never saw more roseate spoonbill birds. And they are the bird of love. They are as pink as a flamingo with a long spoonbill and kind of shaped like a pelican. And just beautiful artistry in the air. And I must have seen 12 or 13 of them when we went on this ride. And I'm like, I get it. I need to. We were having a really hard time with situations regarding some relatives that it was just one bad situation after another. And those birds in that moment said, Barbara, you have to focus on the love. Wow. Get back to the love and let everything else fall where it may. Just stay in that vibration of love and everything will right itself.
We were talking about being stuck in the mud puddle last episode, and it seems like one way to get yourself out of there or just get yourself distracted or to see something new or feel something new is just to be out in nature.
Yes.
Whether it's going down that dirt road in Florida or if you're lucky enough to go on an airboat ride and see some other cool spoonbill.
Oh, it's a roseate. Like roseate. Yes. Spoonbills. Look them up. They're beautiful, bright pink birds. Yeah. I've got a video of it on my Facebook page right now when it was flying across the universe there. But by the same token, there were these beautiful bald cypress trees that were just speaking to my soul. And nature is a way of feeding your soul.
Yes.
Whether you choose to believe it or not, I believe every plant, every rock, every animal, every tree, everything on this earth has awareness and has messages that they can convey.
And energy that we can receive and appreciate. And
yes, thank you for that. Very, very much so. And, in the moment with the cypress tree, it was like, thank God mankind recognized that they were taking too many of us off of the planet and that it's now a protected tree. And in its beauty, and it was just, I felt God in that moment. I don't know how else to put it, but, it's just, information is everywhere when you choose to tune in and pay attention to what's in front of you. And you don't have to go on an airboat ride or go, down. Where is your peace place? Is it go down to the river, a lake, the ocean, or take yourself on a spiritual journey? I go to the top of a mountain. And along the way I stop at this beautiful waterfall. It's the same meditation that I have all the time. And while I'm in that state, information floods to me because my meditation is so familiar to me that I'm way out. Me as Barbara, I'm way out and my spirit is receiving. So using meditation again and again and again is another way to receive any and all messages from spirit that you might need.
So going back to the shoulding of other people or receiving the shoulding, I've heard some great practical advice from you as far as if you're on the receiving end of the shoulding. Seems like just tell the other person, I will consider it. Go up in the tree and take some time.
Yeah.
Ask God what is mine to do, and then go from there. And if it aligns with what is right for you, then go with it. And if not, then you can let the other person know. Thank you for letting me know. And it's not right for me at this moment, but I appreciate it.
Perfect.
What about some advice for a person who feels like they are a shoulder and are realizing, I've been telling people they should do this a lot.
Yeah. Well, just remember, go to the mirror and look at yourself in the eyes and say, I'm not a shoulder. I'm not going to should on anybody else. And every time that word comes out of your mouth, boom. Or here's a really good one. We did this years ago as a way of stopping judgment and negativity. This church in Kansas sent out these bracelets. Okay. And every single time you said something negative or derogatory, you had to stop what you were doing, take the bracelet off, put it on the other arm, and you have 21 days to make it through without saying anything negative. But if you mess up, you say something negative, you got to take the bracelet, put it on the other arm, and now you're 21 days. Start all over again. It worked.
Wow.
The whole church did it.
I don't know if I could make it 21 days.
Nobody did.
I guess that's kind of the point, to just always be mindful. Like just the act of putting it onto the other arm.
Right. Find one of your favorite little plastic bands and let that be your shooter. 21 days stops a habit, remember? 17 to 21 days. So anytime you feel yourself shooting on somebody and you say it, then you have to take off your bracelet, switch it around. Your 21 days, start over. You're going to catch yourself because A, you don't want to start over, and B, those little things start to pull the hair on your arms off too. And it's uncomfortable. You don't want to do it, but it's a great tool. It's a great mechanism for you to be mindful. You know, set things up in your life that trip you up, that cause you to remember, nope, I'm not going to shoot on you if you don't shoot on me. Oh my goodness, that's just too much.
I really like this topic.
Until you're shoot upon.
Exactly.
Yeah, very good.
Any closing thoughts on this?
We're all beautiful human beings. And truly, right where we are in the moment, we're where we're supposed to be. And once we choose to take control of our spiritual journey, our seeking truth, that truth which is our truth, what I think and what might be my truth may not be yours or his. But the point is, I'm going to continue to bring forth different topics, ideas. We are going to talk through them and take what you want and leave the rest. I'm not going to shoot on you at all.
So are you suggesting that truth is not absolute?
No, truth is not absolute. It's exponentially growing all the time.
That's right. Truth of 1,000 years ago is different than truth from 100 years ago. That is different than truth from a decade ago. That's different from truth than a year ago to a month ago to a week ago to a day ago to an hour ago to a second ago.
Exactly. You know, and that's time related. But truth, what is the truth? The truth for you, for me, let me use me.
Okay.
The truth for me is when I am one-on-one with God and it rings truth in my heart and in my soul and I feel it. That is my experiencing my spiritual awareness through the truth of who and what I am.
Beautifully said. Yeah, that feels right, that, you know, truth for each of us can mean different things at different moments because we're each individual expressions of God on our own journeys, and the way that we understand and feel that truth changes as we grow.
And we're all, I'm sorry to interrupt you, we're all different, and being should upon is sometimes painful.
Yeah.
It's funny too.
It is.
I won't shoot on you if you won't shoot on me, honey.
I'll definitely be using that expression this week.
Yeah, good. See, but it'll help you remember.
It sure will. And that bracelet, as far as negative comments or something that doesn't uplift someone, I think I'm
Right.
going to
Judgments,
try that.
all of
Judgments,
it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Powerful. Thank you, Barbara.
Welcome, Eric. My pleasure always.
It is now time for the prayer for protection.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you, God.
Amen.
Thank you.
All right. See you next time for episode 17.
Wow. Bye-bye.